Eight inmates this afternoon at the Akuse Local Prison gained their freedom under the Justice for All program. 41 hearing applications were received. 2 special high courts were set up at the prison to hear the cases of some of the accused persons on remand. And one of the people who gained his freedom today is 22-year-old Theophilus Kwao, who has been on remand for 2 years without trial for stealing an LCD television. JoyNews' Maxwell Agbagba has been hearing his side of the story, and another 23-year-old who was accused of rape.
We discharged 8 inmates. 14 were granted bail. 16 had the applications refused. I must explain that the numbers are huge, the applications that were refused, because some of them had already been granted bail. Others had jumped bail about twice, and it will be difficult to grant bail to them anymore. So that's why the numbers are so huge. And three had the applications struck out because their cases were still pending at the court for trial. Their cases are parted, and we could not do anything about them. And the total number of inmates or the applications that we dealt with today, total 41. And on this occasion, I wish to say that the Justice for All program is in its 10th year. And so far, I'll give the statistics. The statistics I'm going to give today is different from, it's not added to today's program. So far we have dealt with 3,427 inmates, and 688 were discharged. 1,077 were granted bail, and 138 were convicted and sentenced. This is the statistic we have from 2007, when the program started, to date. But today's statistics is not included. This is up to June 2017. And we are extremely grateful to all the stakeholders. That's the police, the Ghana Prison Service, the Judicial Service, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, the Legal Aid Board, the SHRAJ, the Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice, the Ghana Bar Association, and the press. You cannot be left out. And I also want to call upon the authorities that to bring down or to decongest the cost further, there is the need for a non-custodial sentence policy to be in place. One was organized in 2014, but nothing has come out of it. If we have policies like community service and those sort of things, I mean, the numbers would not have been up to this that we have today. So we are calling upon the authorities, especially the Attorney General and Minister of Justice and the Minister of Interior, to take up this matter very seriously and get a non-custodial policy in place. And this will call for the amendment of the Criminal Procedure Act, Act 30, so that things will be easier, the prisons could be decongested, and then the state will not spend money on convicts who are just sentenced, convicted and sentenced on minor offenses.
3 years old.
Daniel, tell me, when were you brought here?
I was brought here on the 4th March 2016.
4th March 2016.
Yes, sir.
What did you do?
They accused me of a rape case, which I did not know nothing about it.
So tell me, what exactly happened that day?
Yes, that day, it seems we have a joint that everybody used to play over there. So that very day, I went there to give money to a certain friend. I went there, I didn't meet him. So I was waiting for him over there. So as I was waiting for him, I was there and police people came and arrested me. So they said they have raped some girl over there. So they said the boys were 6 boys. So as soon as they came and met me over there, they need to arrest me. I talked and they agreed. Where they take me to police station.
Wow. So at the police station, and then what happened again?
At the police station, I slept there in the daybreak. So they brought the girl. so that she should come and identify that I was among or not. She came. She also said the boys catch him under the street bulb and they took him into a certain room, and the room was so dark, so he couldn't know the boys.
Maxwell Agbagba there on the Justice for All programs. Well, let's move on away from that. Good news for them that they'll be able to go home. Well, a false balance the Lord abhors. That's for those of us who are Christians, and I'm talking Relationship Friday. That's what we're making it today. We're looking at balancing out your life vis-a-vis your family. And Bright Evans-Darko is a life coach. He joins me in the studio. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I like your smile. Looks like you have a balanced life for yourself already.
But it's not easy.
It's not easy. Tell us about it. What makes it so difficult?
So difficult because you have other important things taking your attention. It's becoming more competitive in the corporate world. Now there's social media. You get home and you have to attend to social media too. And in all this, the institution that suffers most is the family. The family. Because nobody is really going to hold your neck like the office. Why didn't you attend to your kids? Why didn't you do this and that? So eventually it suffers. And amazingly, it's creeping in so slowly that you hardly even recognize its impact on your family. Until it becomes a big problem.
Tell us how then you can put it together.
I think, first of all, it starts by we recognizing that it's a challenge. I think a lot of people has not even sat down to realize that the family is suffering because of work. So first of all, you must sit down and have an account. How many hours in a day do we spend for the family? Okay. Until you're able to see that there's even a problem, there is no solution has not started. Yeah. And that is one. And number two, I think we must plan for our family. The way we go to the office and have our itinerary for the day, 15 things as I do every morning.
But is that realistic? I mean, the family it's a bit different from work, you know. Work is, it's stringent, it's laid down procedures, but this is family. It's emotional.
It's more important than work.
Yes, so it's emotional. So then it's not something that you can strictly, put on paper and adhere to.
What I mean is that plan for your family. Okay. Plan that when I go home today, 8 to 9, I'm going to be with the family. What am I going to do exactly? Okay. I'm going to look at their homework. I'm going to find out what happened in school. I'm going to attend to their emotional needs, and find out this and that. Create time. On Sundays, create quality time. Maybe from 3 to 7, I'm going to be with the family alone, where phones are on silent or they're in the bedroom, you are with them in the hall. If you don't put these structures in place, you wake up at 70 and realize that you have no relationship with your kids.
Okay. So let's just so we will make this we could make for an easy recall for our viewers. Let me have you list them for us. What are some of the suggestions that you give to people as to how to put it all together, balance out your work and family?
Okay. So number one, I will say that have a plan for your kids.
Okay. Just so one, have a plan for your kids.
Number two, begin to apportion the choice in the house. Okay. If it's not apportioned, the woman is likely to suffer all. So apportion and play a part. For example, I have told myself that when it comes to taking the kids to school, it is my duty. Okay. When it comes to open day in school, it is my duty. When it comes to taking kids out, it is my duty. In that case, because it's mine and nobody else is coming to do it for me, I would have to do that.
And that gives you an opportunity to be with them.
So I don't have a choice. I have to do it. So I make sure it's done. Okay. The third point is that create a relationship with your kids. Do it consciously. Create a relationship. Get to know who their friends are. What do they talk to with their friends? What are their favorite games? What are their favorite cartoons? Let them be your friends. Now, if they are your friends, they would invite you into their life. That is when they can come to you and say, oh, daddy, this is what happened in school. This is what this person said. There is the cartoon. The cartoon is at 7. Can you watch it with me? But if they have no relationship, they don't even invite you. Okay. And that also puts you further away from them.
Okay, so we are looking at 3 points here. Plan for the kids, apportion,
the work,
choice
in the house.
Exactly. And consciously create a relationship with them. Creating a relationship, at what points do you strike the balance between being the adult in the relationship? Because children they could be disrespectful depending on how you create that relationship and that friendship.
I think it's very important, but always let them know the limits. So don't let things slip by. For example, if they talk to you and they throw their hand at you, quickly correct it there and there. Okay. The next time they don't do that again.
What else can you do in terms of how they talk to you, even if they don't show those disrespectful mannerisms? What else can you do?
If they don't show it, first of all, find out how they treat other people. There could be a beautiful scenario where your child respects you, fear you because you're the dad, you're the mom, but disrespect the household. Disrespect other people, even disrespect other siblings.
Right.
Okay, so when you recognize things like that, you correct it. I start correcting my kids when they are 6 months.
I see.
Yes. So you don't let things slip by. If you start early, by the time they are 5 years, they know the do's and don'ts
the don'ts
already.
In the house. How do you also manage the relationship between your children, you and your children, and you and your spouse? Briefly.
It's difficult. I don't know how well I'm doing it, so my wife can tell. But
yeah, okay.
But what I do is that when we go to the bedroom, it's me and my wife.
Okay.
So you won't have me and the kids in the bedroom. They have their separate
But that's
bedroom.
not fair. If you want to create a relationship with your children, they can always just open the door and come in. They do that all the time and cuddle with you in bed, etc.
That is when then the relationship between you and your wife also suffers.
So you have to strike a balance.
Just strike a balance. When we are in the hall, we are all together. So if bedroom go and the kids are there, then the spouse are also there.
I wonder how that will work in a family I know. But anyway, final words. Your final words.
My final words is that we should all know that we live in a very competitive world now. Time is a scarce commodity now, but under no circumstance should your family suffer because of your work schedules. So let's create time. Let's have a plan for our kids. Let's consciously create a relationship with our kids. When all is said and done, we are retirement. The relationship with our kids is what will keep us happy.
Thank you very much. I hope that you've taken
much.
a few cues from this conversation, and I hope that it does help you indeed so that you can balance out your life at work and your life at home. Bright Evans Darko is the life coach bringing us that information. You're still watching The Pulse with me, Gifty and Dopia. Well, later